Alright, I just make videos, random videos, on my tegus and my snakes. And I take very, very good care of them. But sometimes people just check out one video and they don't have a clue. They don't own the animal. They're just not familiar. And the best thing they can do is just go off what their emotions are telling them just immediately right away. But Sassy and Mac get taken care of better than a lot of people's children, especially their dogs and their cats. They are very, very well taken care of, very well behaved, a superb diet, provided lots of roaming around time. And that's when this happens, is they need to get out. If you keep your tegus pinned up in a 4x3, 5x6, even an 8-foot cage, you are doing your tegus an injustice. They need to have an entire room, or even better yet, just be wild and roam around. But since I have these in captivity and I take very, very good care of them, I let them out and let them roam around. And so one stays in their cage and one gets out, so that they're not necessarily together during this mating time that's, between 2 and 3 months that I'll have to deal with this, where Mac wants to mate with Sassy and basically has to latch onto her tail to kind of pin her down. And so it's normal. I just don't want to have it done. I don't want babies. I want to keep Sassy looking, pristine condition. Tegus that do this out in the wild, the females get really beat up on their backs and their necks and their tails and their rear legs and maybe their sides. And so me not having to mate them, I like Sassy to look as pristine and as pretty as she does the day after she sheds. So I'm just showing people the video, because everyone across the world can see my videos. And you just need to take in consideration, I'm just showing you a video, a snippet of a couple of minutes out of 360 days, 24 hours a day, that these tegus are in my care. So I was just showing, I find it interesting, I learn, I observe, and I have since put Mac into the room because he started getting really, really hyped up, and I wanted to talk to you on the video, and I can't keep him off her while I'm talking to you as well. So I put him up. Sassy's just walking around. She enjoys, the tegus enjoy walking around on the floor and going under the couch, on the carpet, under the desk. They enjoy going in the room. As a prior video, I just have a room that's a makeshift room that just has a bunch of junk in it, crap that I use often. And they will go in there and it's like a little jungle. It's lots of visual barriers and lots of interesting things to climb on and walk around and get behind. And this to them is just rocks and bark and leaves and tree trunks. And they like it in here too. It's a little bit cooler right now, and it's got a window that they can go look out. Sometimes they look out the window and sit there for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But I divide up the rooms so that I can try to keep them apart, keep them safe, because I have a dog door and a dog that goes out the dog door all day long, 24 hours a day. When that dog door is open, the tegus have learned that they have access outside, and I've caught them up sitting on the ledge looking out. And if they got out, it would be terrible. And here comes my dog all the time, all day, all night long. The dog comes in and out. So when they're out, I have to put the dog door down so they don't get outside and disappear and run away. But then that limits my dog from coming back in, and she gets very unhappy that she doesn't have open access to the dog door. And so Sassy and Mac just crawl around. So don't get upset with me. Don't think I'm mistreating my animals and they're attacking each other and harm is being done. I mean, her back does get scratched up if Mac were to, you know, put his mouth on her and bite down, but he's not biting down on her to injure her, try to eat her. He's wanting to control her, and that's why he bites down. Now, some rare instances, tegus can kill each other out in the wild. Mac and Sassy grew up together as babies, and I've raised them side by side for the 3 years that I've had them. Now we're going on plus 3 years. So they're very accustomed to each other. They know each other. They like each other. They sleep with each other all the time. My dog basically has taken over my couch for the last couple of years. I don't even sit on it anymore, and those boxes are on there and the gun case is on there to keep her from, you know, just dominating the couch and ruining it even faster. But I take really good care of my animals and provide for them the best I can, and I give them the highest level of care to make sure they're healthy. And as you can see, my tegus are healthy weight, big fat tail, active, good coloration in their eyes. Everything is good with the tegus, and their shedding is on par right now with everything. She wants to go. They know how to go. They know what's on the other side of the door. And Sassy will go in her room. If the door was open, she will go into different rooms that she knows. You know, I guess their smell is down on the carpet, that they will go in here, and she likes this room. She likes to go over to the window, and she likes to go. I used to have that rolled up carpet. There's a high glare, bright windows. I have this carpet all spread out on top of this carpet, and I put plastic down. She goes in that carpet in right there. She goes in that carpet right there, the rolled up carpet, and loves sleeping in there like a little tunnel or a hole in the ground out in the wild. There she goes. She likes her little tunnel. She likes to sleep in there. And tegus like to be a little colder sometimes, in the 70s. Not always in the high 80s, in the 90s. So a lot of times, if your tegu is stuck in a cage and it's 95 degrees and they're panicking to get out, and you just think they just want out, they're trying to get out for their life and to protect themselves and get to a colder spot. And so when they can't get to a colder spot, they're just in hell while you have them locked in a cage. So thermoregulating, the tegus can have the whole 1,000 square foot house pretty much to go to, and each room is a different temp and has different features that they can go to and get into and get away from something that they don't like in another room. So very important. But that is the video, 8 minutes, long enough. Then Mac and Sassy have a full-time bathtub. It's my bathtub too, but I shower in there. But sometimes I take a bath, but I sterilize it when they're in there and do things. But there's Clorox. I got a bunch of little chemicals to clean things. But they come in here and are potty trained and go bathroom here. As you can see, one was in here earlier and went a little potty in there. And then I just wash it down the drain. Then if they want to get out, before I come back in, they have a towel that they can, that they know, they're smart enough to know that they can get up because they have no traction on the hard surface. So they use that towel, and that's a brick, so that they don't pull that towel in. So they can use that to get out and flop down on the floor and get out of the water. So that's just a place to wash them, take care of them, for them to go to the bathroom, and sometimes feed them if it's really messy food. But they are have a lot of provisions, and I've got a new sprayer right there, so that I wash the dog in here too, and take care of the dog and take care of myself. It's just a multi-purpose bathroom. Mac's main goal is to look for Sassy. But this is what they do. They just walk around for hours. And it's very good exercise and mental stimulation. You can hear my dog barking in the background outside. But see, he's going to go right for Sassy. I keep a lot of my machinery and my bikes in here to protect them, keep them safe from getting stolen out of the garage, because people will break into the garage to risk their lives to get items that I have. But Sassy, again, is in here. We're not going to let Mac go in there. We're going to shut the door. He knows where she is, and he'll hang out here for a while trying to get in there. Also, just to share, this is the more of the snake room, reptile or tegu room dedicated. Here's the large cage that either tegu can go into and get their different light sources, heat and UVB, UVA. There's a large hide in there with a big large habitat heater on the top right there. Here they have access to go to the window, run around the room. I've got some different snake cages, lots of accessories and utensils to maintain all the snakes and the lizards. And they just cruise around in here. And there's a hide box that, because they can't sleep together at night for 2 or 3 months like they usually do. So they are separated at night. And either Mac or Sassy stays in that hide box with a heater plugged into the wall. There's a little heat pad in there, reptile pad. And they go in there and sleep. And so they're either in there sleeping, or they're in here sleeping or hanging out, or a couple hours basking. And they've got all this room in here. Oh, about to drop it. All this room to run around. The basking platform. This is an 8 by 5 foot cage. And there's their hide box. And it has dual lifting open tops. So there's access to everybody. Temperature, humidity gauges everywhere that just approximate temperature. They're not highly calculated or highly calibrated meters, but they do just fine for temperatures. And you can see in this room almost 60% humidity and a little bit over 80 and below 85 degrees. And this is just in the room. In the house, it's 78 to 79 degrees. And they tend to enjoy heat for a little bit, and then they want immediately away from that heat, and they want to hang out and get cooled down. And there's another carpet, and Mac and Sassy go in there and use it as a tunnel, and sometimes rest in there, sometimes hang out, and it's just a good thing to offer. But here we'll see if we can get Mac over here to the dog door and watch him try to climb out. Which may not be a good thing for me to do, but we're just going to do it. He may not come over. That is a no-no. Finally had to give up on them going behind the washer and dryer. It's right, just like a little child. When you don't want them to go somewhere, that's their mission, and they're going to go there and they're going to try their hardest to get in there. But if you let them go in there and then they see that it's not upsetting you, they don't go in there very much, and they'll come right back out. At first I was really worried that there was something that they could get into, and I used to spray some insect repellent back there, insect poison, and so haven't done that in a while, but they love to go back there and just try my patience. But Video's long enough. We didn't get Mac to try to go out the dog door. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you found this informative, helpful, entertaining. Sassy is such a sweet girl. She's always watching me. But thank you for viewing. Have a great day. Bye-bye.